Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be showing you how I do this flapper makeup look, and I thought this was really fun to do, and I might be for Halloween myself. I'm not really sure what I'm going to be yet, but this might be an option. Alright, so thank you guys so much for watching, and let's get into the tutorial. First thing you're going to do is prime your eyes because we're using black eyeshadows and just dark shadows, and you really don't want that to be all over your face. So I'm just going to be taking Decay Primer Potion and putting this underneath as well, pretty much just all around the eye area. So once we've primed our eyes, you're going to want to take a black base. So again, if you have a NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Black Bean, if you have a black eyeliner like this, that'll be fine as well, as long as you can blend it so it's not too hard. If it's too hard, then it might be a little bit hard to blend. But I'm just going to use a cream eyeliner. This is Ink for Eyes in Zero by Urban Decay. And it's basically just this cream eyeliner, and it comes with this little brush right here. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to take a big flat shader brush like this. Sorry it has product on it, but I use it for this eye. And we're just going to get a little bit of that cream eyeliner and just pat this on our lid. And then I'm going to take the angle brush that comes with the cream eyeliner. You can use the same brush that you just used, or a thinner brush might be a little bit easier. And I'm actually just going to line below my lashes. And then bring the remaining product on the brush up here. You just take your finger and blend that out a little bit. Okay, so once we have that black base on, I'm going to be using my Coastal Scents 88 Matte Palette. I rhinestone mine, sorry. But if you have the shimmer one, that'll be fine. It's just going to be a little bit more shimmery than this look. I'll just show you the color that I'm going to use, and then you can find something that you have in your own collection instead of going out and buying this if you don't have it, because you totally don't need to do that. But if you have it, then just use this. But the first color I'm going to be using is this light brown right here. And I'm just going to take a flat shader brush, tap off the excess, and just pat this right over that base. Don't need a ton of product, but get this also in the crease area. You can bring it the rest underneath as well. The next color I'm going to be taking is just a matte black. Carbon from MAC will be a perfect dupe for this color, but if you just have a matte black color, that'll be perfect. So that just means there's no shimmer in it. I'm just going to be taking my stiff dome brush like this, tap off the excess, and just work this into the crease area. I'm not going all of the way in, just because I don't want it to be too overwhelming. So just focus it on the outer corner right here, the outer V. I'm just going to be taking the brush I had the black base on and just patting that right on top of the black eyeliner. Okay, and then I'm just going to take a blending brush and start blending that black out. This is just going to really give you that smoky flapper look. If you want to add more black, you can. Alright, so once you've got your desired look, amount of black that you want, I'm just going to take a little bit more of the first color that we put on and just go back and put that back on just to bring it back up again, since it probably got a little bit lost from the black eyeshadow. Then you're just going to want to highlight, so I'm just going to be taking a matte skin tone color and put that right beneath my brow bone. Okay, now onto the eyebrows. If you want a very prominent brow like this one, it's not as dramatic as they were back then. I'm just going to be taking a dark brown like this in my Coastal Scents palette. Just make sure that the eyeshadow you're choosing for your brows is matte and no shimmer. And I'm just going to be using this angled brush like this. So I'm just going to start filling my brows in. And you can go lighter or darker than this if you want to. And then I just like to go over that with a spoolie just to reshape my brows. Then we're going to go in with an eyeliner. So if you use an eyeliner like this for the base, then you can just use that. But I'm just going to use a retractable eyeliner. And we're going to line our waterline, which is this flap of skin right here. And you want to go all the way into your tear duct right here. And then to emphasize the eyes even more, I'm going to line my tight line. And that's this flap of skin right here. Alright, so once you've done that, then you're going to take the same base I used earlier. So if you use a retractable eyeliner like this, just use that. If you use a NYX Jumbo eye pencil, use that. If you use a cream or gel eyeliner, then just use that. So I'm going to be taking an angled brush, smudge this across my upper lash line. Now we're going to curl our lashes. So I'm just going to be using my Uemura lash curler. I'm just going to be using Lash Blast Volume. I use this mascara in like every single video, but this is a really good look for this mascara because it is so volumizing and we really want those lashes to stand out if we're going to be using our regular lashes. So don't be afraid to amp it up and apply more than usual. And the bottom lashes. Alright, so I think it's a really great idea to do the eyes before you do your face makeup because, you know, black eyeshadow causes fallout a lot of the time and it's just a little messy if you mess up and gets under your face and you have to redo your face makeup anyway, so it's just easier to do it afterwards so you don't have to go through that whole hassle. But I already did my face makeup just because, I don't know. But all I did was just put some cover up beneath my eyes and around my nose area. Then I'm going to take this blush from Estee Lauder and it is called Plum Nuance. This is my favorite blush ever. This is my favorite blush that I own just because it's so cool. I'll show you guys why. And it looks like this and it has this really pretty gradient effect from this plum color to this light peachy color. So, oops, sorry if I'm blinding you guys. I'm just going to be taking a angled brush like this. And if you want, you can amp up the blush because Flappers really had rosy, rosy, rosy cheeks. And they definitely overdid it on the blush. So if you want to really emphasize your cheeks and go for a really, really rosy glow, then just keep piling on that blush like I'm doing. Except it's not really showing up in the camera. But I definitely have a lot of blush on. So now we're going to go on to the lips, and they always had a very red lip. Then we're just going to want to line your lips with a lip liner, so I'm going to do that real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, so sorry my camera did not even film that, but I just went ahead and lined my lips and then I applied a red lipstick, and the red lipstick I used is called Fig by Estee Lauder, and it looks like this. It's just a kind of darker red, but you can use any kind of red. If you want to use a fire engine red, if you want to use kind of a more dark red like this, go ahead and do whatever works with your skin tone. And then what I like to do to kind of emphasize my lips and make it kind of the more focal point of the look is just take a foundation / concealer brush and put on some concealer and just line around my lips. Then you're going to go blend this out, and as for the attire, I'm wearing this flapper-esque dress like this, and it has just these awesome fringes on it. And then if you also, I think it's really cute when they have those head pieces like this with kind of like the feathers coming out of it that you can totally home make instead of going to buy one. But yeah, so those were kind of my tips on how to pull together the flapper look, and also, you know, wearing some tights and maybe some heels if you want to wear that. So I hope this helped you, and maybe some of you will be a flapper now for Halloween. I hope this helps someone. So thank you guys so much for commenting and subscribing, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!